Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. So today is my birthday, and we're going to be talking about my emergency plans because that's what I want to, and you would want to be talking about your emergency plans if you had been in my company's town hall last week. And I cannot talk about basically anything that went on. However, a part of that was them encouraging us to keep up on our technical skills so that we would remain employable because we just do not know what's happening. So, with that vote of confidence, and I am pretty determined for this to be my last employer. I want to retire early. And if I have to beg, barter, and steal in order to do that, I will make the attempt. So here's what we're going to do. And also, I've had some new information come to light, and that's going to affect how I'm saving and going forward with all of this stuff. So I'm assuming that I will have a job until the end of 2025. By the end of 2025, I should have a clearer picture about whether it's just the beginning of 2026 or none of 2026 or just I'm good until I would like to retire, which is 2028. But whichever one of those options, where I'm planning to just have this job until the end of 2025. And if I have to accelerate some of my plans, we will do that. But it's nice to have a plan that way. If I do get laid off, I'm not then just scrambling to get things done. So by the first week of April, I only have 2 credit cards right now that have an outstanding balance. They both have a 0% APR, but I will pay off one of those by the first week of April, which is convenient because the first week of April is when my trailer's mortgage is going from $700 a month to $1,200 a month. So, no, I don't actually have that money. That's not extra money in my budget. So, it'll be nice not to have to pay the minimum of one of those credit cards, and we'll continue paying off the last credit card that has a 0% APR. However, I am going to have to change how we get the money from my taxable brokerage account. And what it's going to look like is the $500 a month that we've been doing with the my options stuff that I've been doing, and then 30% of everything I'm going to also put into my high yield savings account, and that's to be set aside to taxes. And I just don't know how the taxes are going to work because, well, the rental, I'm losing $600 per month anyways, and then in January my renter accidentally started a fire in my kitchen, and now the toilet's leaking and the kitchen sink is leaking. So I'm just going to assume every month there's going to be something, and I'm going to be losing $1,000 at least a month from renting out my condo. So that's because that's what it's working out to be. Anyways, and I really wish that any of the 4 buyers that my condo had been under contract with, a lender would have lent them money and I would not have the condo as an issue. But, here we are. And then by the end of 2025, we'll just take 40% of everything I own, put it in my high yield savings account, and that will turn into, because, and this is related, I swear, but when I first bought my condo, I was looking at bonds, and my APR, and my APR for my first condo, like the mortgage right out the gate, it was 6%. And I was looking at the bonds and I was like, bonds are there to make me less risky, like my portfolio less risky. But this mortgage is a guaranteed return. So if I just don't invest in bonds and I take that money that I would have invested in bonds and put that towards my mortgage, that also gives me a good return and I'm less risky. So if I'm employed past 2026 and mostly the savings that I have after April, my goal is to increase my income in my brokerage account, but also appreciate the value of my portfolio to the point where if I do get laid off, when I liquidate my taxable portfolio, which I will have to liquidate my portfolio, I can pay off my 401k loan, and I can also just outright buy my trailer. And that will make me way less risky, because even though my truck is a depreciating asset, I could still turn it in and get something that I basically paid cash for, because I traded in my truck, which I prefer not to do because, well, now I own it. It's depreciated a lot in value, and it's still under warranty, and it runs well, and I can keep it for another 10 years and it won't be a problem. So if I get laid off, my condo goes on the market. I immediately go delinquent on my condo payments. I liquidate my taxable brokerage account. I pay for my trailer. I pay for the 401k. Then I convert my Roth IRA to being a high income portfolio, but I don't convert it to being a taxable thing. I just withdraw enough to live and not go into credit card debt. Then in the next phase, I either get a buyer or it's a buyer and it's a short sale. Either way, I don't have the money. Well, I guess if I don't get a buyer and the income I get from my tenant, I will pay the HOA first, and the rest of the money will go towards the mortgage payment. So eventually I'll go 90 days delinquent just because it won't be enough money. And if that happens, because it won't be right away, because I'm only short like $500 or something after I take out the HOA. Well, it's bad. Not even gonna lie. Because anyways, it's like $600 a month I'm short. So eventually I will go, the 30, 60, then 90, and then they can start doing foreclosure. And I'd rather do a short sale than foreclosure. But if I don't have a job, I'm not making any income, even if there's a judgment against me, I can go through bankruptcy and I don't have to pay it, I don't think. But I do still have lawyer insurance right now. So hopefully if I get laid off, I'll be able to get the lawyer for whatever, for the rest of the year or however long I'm engaging them for. But yeah, during this time, I'm going to play with my dogs, and I'm going to work full time on YieldMite and YouTube. And I don't really want to put pressure on myself, like, I have to make great videos and get all this engagement. That way I can, live. But I am looking forward to, if I do get laid off, I know that people do like it when I do more researched topics on the ETFs and comparing different funds. And if YouTube and YieldMight are my job, then I'll have more money to do that. And I think that those would be, interesting topics that create value for people and therefore people will watch. So I'm going to, play with my dogs and just have a better life balance where, I can exercise in the morning or whatever I wind up doing. I'm going to focus on not being too stressed. And in phase 3, after my short sale goes through, I don't owe anybody any money except for hopefully just my truck is outstanding. I'll convert my IRA and probably the 401k from my most recent employer and transfer it into Interactive Brokers, because if you have over $100,000, you can apply for portfolio margin. And what that does, it gives you 6 times margin instead of like Robinhood has 4 and they have good margin rates. So I can conceivably have a pretty conservative income portfolio and have enough money to live off of the amount of money that I have in my retirement account, even with the 10% penalty for converting it early. Which, this IRA is burning a hole in my pocket, but I made $5,000 last month in premium and distributions. So there's not really a big, it feels like that was an outlier, but if I don't have my trailer or my condo, I can live comfortably off of $3,000 a month. And I would want to make $6,000, that way I can continue to, reinvest and be able to save for, if I ever want to go on vacation or whatever's going on. So I think it would be possible to have a reasonable income-focused portfolio with the amount of money that I have. And just continue working on YieldMight and YouTube and just build those things out and play with my dogs and have a good life balance. So, yeah, and it's like early retirement, but I don't really have enough for a comfortable early retirement. So it's more like I got laid off and now I'm making it so that I can live comfortably while I work on my hobby and hopefully make it into a real startup or whatever we wind up doing with YieldMight and YouTube. So, according to this, if I had $120,000, I could probably make $6,000 off of LFGY, which is really risky, but I could still live comfortably off of just having YMAX. And I was hoping to be able to have it all in XDTE, but I would not be able to do that. So basically, when I get laid off, I will be making a portfolio maker feature because while I'm waiting for my condo to sell and the short sale and stuff, I'm going to want to mess around with the percentages just so that I can be as conservative as possible while also getting the amount of money that I need in order to live. Also, because I've been thinking about this emergency plan, and for some reason I was like, oh, you only need to make $600 more per week. And that is such a weird thing to say, because that's $3,000 a month. And also double what I'm getting now through options. And one thing I could do in Interactive Brokers is they allow you to do the naked puts. So I could do the synthetic positions, and I'm already beating XDTE. And with my, not synthetic, but my leap and my cover call, So I might be able to have like a third of my portfolio in, basically I put up $1,000 of collateral, and then I can control 100 shares of SPY, and then I can have enough S&P 500 contracts open that I can live off of it and hopefully not mess it up too badly. So it'll be interesting, and I'll figure it out. Like, I won't have to do double my MSTU that I do. I wouldn't even want to. I mean, I do want to, but I won't allow myself to because I definitely have enough leverage with MSTU right now. And, winter's coming, so if I lose my job, MSTU goes away, like it plummets in value and I can't get premiums from it, then I don't have money, and it just becomes worse. So that's what I'm thinking for the most part with my emergency plan. I know that it's not good to catastrophize or think about this too much, but I do think in the long run, like taking out, well, first of all, I do need to take out money for taxes. And then paying off my trailer early, even though it is leverage. My APR right now is over 8%. It's like 8.75%. So if I can at least get it so that my portfolio's value, like we lower the amount that I owe on the trailer, and I could just pay it off at any point, then I would be more comfortable with the trailer minimum as the leverage. But also, since it went from $700 a month to $1,200 a month, I would rather pay off my trailer and then have the insurance company reach out to me, and I just pay the insurance, and then I just don't have to worry about my trailer for the rest of the year, and it's just paid off, and I just live here. So that's where my risk tolerance is changing over time. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and we'll go on to the music. I just got 100 subscribers on my Philharmonics channel, and I am so grateful. It is such a micro niche of a thing, and so I really do appreciate everybody who goes and listens and comments, and it's just been a really fun experience. So, and then it's my birthday, so I'll buy MSTY if I want to. I didn't wind up buying MSTY today because it is Sunday, and I believe the markets might be closed on Monday because of President's Day. But I did buy a doggy door, and my dad agreed to install it. So hopefully we can get that installed before I totally ruin my door, because it's just been propped open. It's not great because it's been snowing and raining and stuff. So we'll get that done before I totally ruin my entire trailer. And then No Bonds. It's a rap song. And basically they haven't been acting like they should be since the mid 1990s. So I just don't think that they're the best hedge anymore. And so, yeah, No Bonds. So anyways, thank you all for watching. And what do you normally get yourself for your birthday? I normally get myself liquor chocolates and mint plants. I like the specialty varieties. The strawberry and the banana one are really delicious, and I kind of wish I had the $10 to get them, and then also the space and the time and the everything to take care of that. So maybe next year I'll be able to garden and get my strawberry and my banana mint and get that going again. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.